So when you have food allergies, we want to make sure we get the diagnosis correct. As a food allergy specialist, I meet families every day that unfortunately have been given the incorrect diagnosis, and oftentimes they're avoiding a lot of foods that they don't actually have to avoid. So it really starts with understanding what is a food allergy, how do we know that you're allergic to it, which is based upon the history of when I eat this food. Often within minutes, I have a variation of symptoms such as big red itchy hives. You can have swelling, you can have vomiting. If you're eating a food and not experiencing those sorts of symptoms, we know you're not allergic to it. We do have allergy testing available that can help confirm that when the clinical history suggests that you are allergic. And then once we know what you're allergic to, we really want to focus on preventing accidental ingestion. So reading labels is really important. And when we know that there's 9 foods that cause more than 90% of all food allergy reactions, this includes things like cow's milk or dairy, egg, wheat, soy, peanuts, tree nuts such as almonds, cashews, walnuts, pecans, seafood, including shellfish such as shrimp, crab, and lobster, as well as finfish, and then sesame. And if it's one of those foods that somebody's allergic to within the United States, by law, packaged products have to state that it contains those foods. But people can have allergies to other foods as well. So we want to teach people how to read labels. We want to avoid things that says it contains their allergen and make sure they don't accidentally eat it. And we also want to make sure that we communicate with food handlers. So whether it's your child going to daycare or school and the cafeteria workers, or if a teacher's going to be handing out snacks, they need to be aware of what they're allergic to, how to read labels as well. If you're going out to a restaurant or you're going to get ice cream, how do we communicate with those food handlers that I or my child is allergic to this food? Can we ensure that nothing that I'm allergic to, touched my food in the preparation process or is present as an ingredient? And we also want to minimize unnecessary burden as well. So we want people to understand that it's generally very safe to be sitting near your allergen as long as you don't eat it. So oftentimes you don't have to take these foods out of the home if other people want to eat these foods. We want to make sure people are aware that they can go to public spaces like baseball games and playgrounds and not have to worry about it as long as they focus on not eating things that they're not familiar with. So it really comes down to just understanding exactly what you're allergic to and having the education surrounding how to avoid it.